Imagine there is a bank that credits your account each morning with $86,400. It carries over no balance from day to day. And every evening, it deletes whatever part of the balance you failed to use during that day. What would you do? Draw out every cent. Each one of us has such a bank. It's called time. Every morning it credits you with 86,400 seconds. And every night it writes off as lost whatever you have failed to invest wisely. It carries over no balance. It allows no overdraft. Each day it opens a new account for you. And if you fail to use the day's deposit, the loss is yours. There is no going back. There is no drawing against the tomorrow. You must live in the present on today's deposit, invested in every opportunity. The clock is running. You've got to make the most of today, right here, right now.
Right here, right now, right here, right now.
To realize the value of 1 year, ask a student who failed a grade. To realize the value of 1 month, ask a mother who gave birth to a premature baby. To realize the value of 1 week, ask the editor of a weekly newspaper. To realize the value of 1 hour, ask a person who just missed a train. To realize the value of 1 second, ask a person who narrowly avoided an accident. To realize the value of 1 millisecond, ask the person who took the silver medal in the Olympics. Time waits for no one. Follow up every lead. Make every second count. Always be closing. Every opportunity missed equals money lost. Remember, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present.
Question, would you consider switching to a third-party provider to try to reduce your electric bill?
Here's News 12 New Jersey's Carla Bardina with some tips to help you shop around for the best deal. She has our top stories this half hour.
The Board of Public Utilities says switching your supply company will in no way impact the safety or reliability of your service. In Trenton, Carla Bardina, News 12, New Jersey.
In the event of an energy emergency, your utility company responds whether you use a third-party provider or not.
3 on Your Side consumer reporter Jim Donovan tells us about a big push that's underway to get you to shop around for electricity and save on your power.
You can choose an electricity supplier by price, by how the power is made, or both. For instance, you could go green and switch to a supplier that generates electricity using wind. Be aware some companies may lock you in at a lower price, but require you to sign a contract. If you want out, you could pay a penalty. If you decide to switch to a different supplier, the company that delivers your power stays the same. It's just an option so you can save.
I don't think people should look at this as a burden or something they have to do. It's an opportunity that they can exercise if they choose to do so and hopefully save some money.
So the lights and the reliability, nothing's going to change.
The information on how to switch your utility company is actually listed on your bill. And now energy service companies, or ESCOs, are offering incentives to lure new customers.
Good evening, I'm Jeff Stone.
And I'm Stacy Lynn Honda. A new energy supplier setting up shop in New York could mean savings on your energy bill. In fact, company officials guarantee that you'll have a lower utility bill than NYSEG. WETM 18 News reporter Sophia Ojeda is live in the Satellite Center to give us all the details. Sophia?
Stacey Lynn, Ambit Energy says it'll be providing gas and electricity to customers in NYSEG's coverage area. The Texas-based company says it will offer services to more than 800,000 electric customers and more than 200,000 gas customers. As an energy service company, Ambit does not charge you sales tax on the delivery charge, unlike NYSEG. Ambit officials also say there is a savings guarantee of 7% for your first 2 months. Because Ambit is only an energy supplier, it will still use NYSEG's infrastructure to deliver electricity and natural gas.
Families across our area could save hundreds, even thousands of dollars if they would only switch to an energy provider that charges less.
But you know what? Most people just won't switch, and we've wondered why. 11 News reporter Jeremy Diesel shows us what he's uncovered.
You have the power to choose. Power that can literally save you hundreds of dollars a year on your power bill.
Join us, New Power.
But in the 4 years since electricity deregulation began in Texas, only a little more than 25% of people in the Houston area have left Reliant Energy, even though the price it's forced to charge is generally the highest. Minnie Lee Coleman is like so many others.
If it get unbearable here, I will cut it on and just sacrifice something else to pay the electric bill, because paying half and part, I don't do that.
Last night she told us she's willing to sacrifice, but not willing to leave Reliant for a cheaper price.
I don't trust them. And that's it.
But why? Houston Mayor Bill White is hoping to educate.
They shouldn't question reliability as far as keeping the right lights on, or what happens if there's a storm, who's going to turn back on the power.
Here's the deal. When deregulation happened 5 years ago, Reliant Energy divided into two completely separate companies. Reliant, which sells power, and CenterPoint, which delivers it. CenterPoint owns the lines that carry power, maintains them, and reads your meter, no matter who your power provider is. Come storm time, it's CenterPoint who restores power to those who lose it, not the power provider you pay. All of the power companies, Reliant, TXU, Green Mountain, Commerce, and more than a dozen others, all put their power on the Texas grid. It's then used by everyone. Your meter, read by CenterPoint, shows the amount you use. CenterPoint forwards that information to your provider.
Who you buy your power from does not affect the reliability of that power.
But it can affect your bottom line. Jeremy Diesel, 11 News.
Cutting your power bill could be as easy as making a phone call.
Making the switch isn't as challenging as it might seem.
And there's really nothing to be uncomfortable about.
Russell Lacey is the president of Electric Advisors, a licensed energy broker. His company helps businesses and homeowners lower their electric bills.
You know, in some cases, we've been able to drop businesses' electricity costs by close to 20%.
Power comes from many sources: wind, coal, nuclear. Power plants generate the power and transmit it to your utility company. That makes up the generation and transmission charges on your bill. Here's what you need to ask. Does the advertised rate include generation and transmission? Is it fixed or variable? What are the terms of the contract and the penalties for cancellation? Your utility company will continue to service your lines, read your meter, and bill you. You'll still get their charges for distribution and taxes.
The only thing that will change is lowering your cost of the kilowatt hours, lowering your cost of electricity.
The power to deal is in your hands.
Overpay for a pair of shoes, a car, pay higher interest on a credit card than you had to? Would you consciously reward a company for being inefficient and charging you more money than they should? Most of us definitely would not. And in fact, we'd be mad if we found out a company was doing that to us. Let's make a deal. You listen to me for a little bit and I'll show you how to stop throwing money out the window, okay? Chances are, this is you. Chances are, this is not you. This is because basically over 70% of you are paying more for your electricity than you actually have to.
Families across our area could save hundreds, even thousands of dollars if they would only switch to an energy provider that charges less.
There are a lot of things that people overpay for unknowingly, but when they find out that they can get them for less, they usually do so because consumers today are getting smarter. For many years, the energy monopolies have overcharged you for your electricity. They overcharged you because you didn't have a choice. They were the only game in town. Now in Texas, that has changed by law. You now have a choice. So if you wouldn't purposely overpay for other things you buy occasionally, why would you overpay for something all of us have to have every day, like electricity? The problem is many people don't know about it, and others are scared to switch because they don't know it's totally safe and guaranteed by the government.
When monopolies are broken up through deregulation, the government opens up the marketplace for competition so that more efficient companies can give consumers lower prices, better service, and more benefits. In Texas, where residential energy is a whopping $24 billion a year industry, the Energy Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT, now governs the energy companies to ensure you, the consumer, will have constant, uninterrupted service no matter who your provider is. This means that the power generation, delivery, maintenance, service, and even the meter readers continue to be provided through the local licensee by law, regardless of who sells or bills your energy.
Who you buy your power from does not affect the reliability of that power.
The government wants consumers to have these benefits by choosing the most efficient, low-cost provider. They now make sure the old monopoly companies, which are known as the incumbents, don't have the ability to manipulate the system any longer. So you will continue to receive the same reliable energy you've come to count on, no matter who you buy it from. The only challenge remaining for consumers to receive the full benefit of this monumental change is education. You see, the old incumbents got a huge head start, so they still have the largest market share. Even though they can't offer consumers the lowest pricing or the best service like the newer efficient providers do, they still have lots of money. Money they got by overcharging people like you for their overpriced energy. So the way they compete is to spend millions of dollars on mass advertising like TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, and billboards to get customers while continuing to overcharge you. And if you stick with them, you're continuing to overpay for your service so they can get more customers. Ambit Energy pays their energy consultants to educate consumers and gather new customers instead of spending millions on advertising. There is no wasted money in our business plan. We only pay our reps when new customers are connected to our world-class service. So you, the consumer, never overpay for your electricity. Ambit Energy is a retail electric provider licensed to do business in Texas, founded by Jerry Thompson of the Dallas Thompson family, who owns Southland Corporation, better known as 7-Eleven. Jerry's a proven businessman who started Caprock Communications, a cutting-edge telecommunications company which was recognized as the fastest growing company in Texas in the late 90s. Now, what makes us better than the competition? Well, we're not just some startup trying to make a quick buck through deregulation. Ambit has leveraged Thompson's business success, experience, award-winning customer service department, and high-tech provisioning systems to revolutionize the energy industry. Additionally, our strategic relationship with Shell Energy Trading provides us a huge competitive advantage, allowing us to buy 100% of our energy from them no matter how fast we grow. Ambit guarantees your savings based on the price offered by the incumbent providers. We have no long-term contracts, just better service, a lucrative travel rewards program to reward our customers for their loyalty, and guaranteed better rates. Try us today, and we'll give you a 3-day, 2-night stay at one of over 25 top resorts across the country, just for letting us prove to you that with Ambit, you're in power.
So basically, you'll make a phone call to confirm you want to switch, and you'll start saving money on your very next billing cycle. You paid nothing to switch. The lights don't flicker, the power doesn't go off and then back on. Nothing changes, except your bill will now start coming from Ambit for a lot less money than what you were paying before. Also, Ambit will give you 2,000 bonus points in your travel rewards program when you switch, and then you will be earning 1 travel reward point for every kilowatt of electricity consumed each month. Redeemable for luxury cruises, free airline tickets, resort vacations, and excursions. Let me be the first to congratulate you for making a smart decision and welcome you to our growing family of smart energy users. And also, enjoy your 3-day vacation on us. Ambit empowers you with power you can count on.
This opportunity is only possible because in a growing number of states, you now have a choice who to purchase your energy from. In the past, you were stuck with whoever your default provider was. Telecom went through the same process and long-distance prices came down dramatically. Today, the same is true with utilities, except we're no longer talking about a $25 phone bill. The numbers in energy are exponentially larger, and when you're dealing with services like electricity, natural gas, and solar, the consumer impact is far greater as well. We're talking about energy deregulation, and you're about to get the inside track on a unique and proven system allowing entrepreneurs like you and I to capitalize on this massive shift of wealth.
I'd say there are a few other industries that will compete for being exciting in the decades ahead. The energy business, some approach will provide cheaper energy that's environmentally friendly. And there's a lot of science, a lot of business. It's a global thing. There'll be some great careers there.
At the core of Ambit Energy's success is a different way of doing business, one that isn't solely focused on Wall Street numbers. It starts with our CEO, Jerry Thompson's vision statement to become the finest and most respected retail energy provider in the country. Out of this core philosophy, Ambit hit #1 on Inc. 500 in 2010 as the fastest growing private company in America. Today we're one of the largest direct selling companies in the world, all in just a few short years and without sacrificing customer satisfaction in the process. With the success and accolades Ambit has enjoyed over the years, one might think the best is behind us. Truth is, we've barely scratched what's possible. We have an entire marketplace of consumers completely unaware of their options. Let's jump right in and talk about the core value proposition driving this opportunity.
You can join Ambit Energy as a customer. There's no charge or fee. The process of switching takes a mere 5 minutes. And most importantly, your local utility company does not change. So the reliability and maintenance of your service will continue the same way it always has. As our customer, you'll enjoy some of the most competitive rates in the state of Texas without any gimmicks. We're not about stuffing your bill with random charges and fees to disguise the actual rate, which is unfortunately all too common. On an Ambit bill, there are only 3 things you'll find. First is the charge for your per kilowatt usage, which includes standard delivery fees. Second is a service charge that you don't usually see because it's eliminated anytime a customer exceeds 1,000 kilowatts, as is the situation here. Lastly, we have the surcharges and fees that we have no control over. Because Ambit doesn't mark up any of these charges, you'll notice there's usually very little variance between our promoted rate and the true rate. That's the Ambit way of doing business. It's a part of our commitment to become the finest and most respected, and one of the many reasons we've maintained such a high customer satisfaction rate. Green E certified plans are available, along with solar options in a growing number of states. Ambit also has a travel rewards program, similar to getting airline miles from your credit card, except here, you're being rewarded to save money, not the other way around. Ambit tops it off by sending every new customer a 3-day, 2-night hotel voucher good at dozens of vacation destinations around the country.
Word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertising, which has a growing number of companies rolling out customer referral programs. Ambit takes this concept to an entirely new level. As a customer, you're already seeing value. Simply refer 15 others, and soon your bill will look like a mistake. But it's no accident. It's our free energy program. Here's what an Ambit bill looks like before free energy and after free energy. Another example, before free energy, after free energy. Once again, before free energy and after free energy. Using just $100 a month as the average, Ambit's free energy program represents a $1,200 positive swing in your yearly budget. Pay down debt, start a college fund, accelerate your investments. How would you put an extra $1,200 to use? There's no deadline to qualify for this program. Your credit is calculated from the average supply usage of your referrals. And as long as you maintain 15 referrals, it never expires. So you can earn free energy for the rest of your life.
Saving is good. Free is even better. By getting paid residually every month on something unconsciously used and habitually purchased is truly an incredible concept. Let's put this into perspective. Assuming you had the money, how much would you invest if you knew that for the rest of your life you could get paid $1,000 every single month? In the markets, it would take upwards of $250,000 to achieve this. Thankfully, getting started with Ambit won't cost you anywhere near this, and your return has the potential to grow far beyond $1,000 a month.
The first way we get paid, and the foundation of our business, is to share the value of being an Ambit customer with the people we know, love, and care about. You'll receive a $100 bonus for your first 5 customers. 2 of these are represented by computers, because Ambit gives us a head start by subscribing to their web-based marketing tools for $25 a month. More about this in a bit. Upgrading your own utility service also counts as a customer, so we only need 2 more customers to receive our first $100 bonus. 5 more customers, and you will receive an additional $100. Another 5 pays an additional $50, and 5 more beyond that, for a total of 20 customers, pays a combined $300 in upfront bonuses. Keep in mind, these customers you're earning upfront bonuses on also qualify you for that free energy program we talked about earlier.
So far, we've talked about earning a few $100s and getting free energy by helping people save money. This is the foundation of what we do. The bigger money comes as a result of expanding your business by helping others do the exact same thing. Team Builder bonuses are earned every time you sponsor a new consultant who launches their business by gathering a few customers. Promote to earn more by developing a team of 6 consultants, with at least 2 being personally sponsored. You're now a regional consultant, where you'll earn an additional bonus, not just on the consultants you sponsor, but now, as they expand their business, this leadership bonus is paid on every consultant in your growing distribution. This is where you begin to experience the power of leverage. When your regional team grows to a total of 18 consultants, you promote to senior, where you'll earn an additional leadership bonus. Get your new senior team started by sponsoring a few consultants. As they do the same, you can see the power of leverage as a senior consultant can become very exciting. Continue growing and earning until 5 consultants in your senior team promote themselves to your same rank of senior, and this promotes you to the executive level, where yet another leadership bonus is earned. Build your executive team by sponsoring a few consultants, and as they do the same, the power of leverage can become life-changing. Same as before, you'll need 5 consultants to hit your same rank as executive consultant before promoting to national consultant. Here, the final leadership bonus is earned, and the power of leverage has the potential to generate yearly income on a monthly basis.
What you've seen thus far is how Ambit incentivizes us to grow our distribution, but there's more to the picture. Every single customer of every consultant in your growing distribution pays a utility bill every single month, which means you get paid every single month. This is the power of residual income. Ambit pays these customer residuals through 7 generations across all of your distribution teams. To get an idea of what's possible, let's assume each consultant, starting with you, gathers just 3 customers. Over time, each consultant also expands their distribution by sponsoring 3 others who continue this exact same formula. With each individual consultant doing their small part, gathering 3 customers and helping 3 others do the same, the compound effect produces a lot of customers. The residual commission per customer varies based on which services they use, how much they use, and where they fall in your distribution. Run the math, assuming each customer is on just 1 service at minimal usage and stopping on the 5th generation. You can see we've already achieved a monthly residual income that could make a new car, vacation, or home addition possible. Take it down 1 more generation, and we have a residual income dramatically exceeding the average Social Security check. Go down all 7 generations, and you're looking at a life-changing residual income mailed out or direct deposited on the 15th of every month.
Keep in mind, we're assuming each consultant only gathers 3 customers. It takes 15 to earn free energy, so if we used a more realistic average like 10, this figure would more than triple. In addition, as you promote up and build your leadership teams, you also earn residual bonuses, which get paid on every customer of every consultant in each of your leadership teams. This is on top of and beyond the 7 generations you see here. Our top consultants are reporting this last piece to be the single largest source of income. Most people don't have a single dollar of monthly residual income, so it's understandable if you find this all a bit hard to swallow. But with well over 1 million customers and $1 billion of annual revenue using this exact business model, there is no question Ambit works. The only question is, will Ambit work for you? Of course, you'd expect us to be biased, but just a few short years ago, we were on your end of the camera. Looking back, we've identified 5 key reasons Ambit Energy has worked so well for us.
Number 1, we have the perfect product to build a business around. You won't need to convince or remind anyone to pay their utility bill. Remember, it's free to be a customer, it takes less than 5 minutes to switch, and doing so rewards your customers every single month. Now, the biggest objection we run into is that it sounds too good to be true.
Number 2, this is a part-time business. We're not asking you to give up what you're currently doing. Ambit is a plan B. You can grow into a plan A. With a half an hour to an hour a day, take a more aggressive approach and you can speed that up dramatically.
Number 3, everyone is limited to 24 hours a day, and we only know so many people. Yet, Ambit allows us to break those barriers because every time a new consultant joins your team, 24 more hours and an entirely new set of connections gets added to your business. You've seen the numbers. They multiply fast, and we've proven it works on a billion-dollar scale.
Number 4, people don't spend $1 million for a McDonald's franchise to learn how burgers are made. It is the system they want. With Ambit, we have the marriage of a time test system and the perfect product. Between the intensive licensing process, complex IT systems, trained customer service staff, and serious financial backing to cover energy usage, we're getting access to tens of millions in infrastructure, and yet, you're in business for a minimal startup expense plus a monthly fee for your suite of marketing websites and tools that make everything which is shared possible. Remember, by gathering a few customers, you can earn this back within weeks and be qualified to receive free energy for the rest of your life. And if you can get excited about helping others experience free energy, there is no limit to the amount of income you can earn with Ambit. It can change your house, your car, your zip code. It can change your life as it has ours.
Number 5, it's not often you find a company with such a proven track record and high level of success while barely scratching the market potential. Ambit is a billion-dollar baby. With more states, countries, and continents going through deregulation process, you're not just early to the game. With Ambit, you're positioned ahead of an entire industry, going through what many consider the greatest shift of wealth in American history. People from every single walk of life are succeeding with Ambit. Why not you? Why not now? Every month that slips by, people are joining Ambit Energy as customers and consultants. It's simply a matter of whether they join as a result of you and your team or someone else. A year from now, you'll look back on this moment and either say, I wish I had, or I'm glad I did.
Time is money. Do you know anyone who pays a utility bill? Of course you do. But do you know anyone who gets their electric or natural gas service for free? It may sound too good to be true, and it would be if not for the recent government-mandated deregulation of energy.
Since deregulation, customers in Maryland and D.C. can now shop around for their power provider.
Just like shopping for a new car, Pennsylvania residents can now shop for the best prices on electricity.
That reminds me a lot of the breakup of the phone company in the 80s, where there was one provider and you were locked into that provider, and then you had a choice to go to whomever you wanted to. And that's exactly what we have now.
The regulation transformed telecom 25 years ago. The same process is happening on a much larger scale with energy today. Many refer to it as the greatest shift of wealth in American history.
and one company is leading the way.
Ambit Energy says it'll be providing gas and electricity to customers.
Ambit Energy began serving customers in the NYSEG market back in April, and since then, customers in the Southern Tier say that switching has saved them a lot of money.
Ambit Energy has exploded onto the scene of this $500 billion wealth transfer by providing over-the-top value, and we want you to have the inside track on 3 very powerful options available with our company. You can choose Ambit as your new energy supplier and join over 1 million happy customers. There's 0 cost to switch, the process takes less than 5 minutes, and nothing changes about your service except the amount you pay.
I was a little worried in the beginning, a little apprehensive. It's like, geez, I don't know if I want to mess with the utility company, you know. I was thinking, man, shut me off.
Despite that fear, Darpino switched anyway, saying he wanted to help a friend who was offering the service. He says nothing changed about how he received his power until he opened his mail.
Got my bill this last month and looked at it. I had saved about $68.
The backbone of our business and the reason we established such a solid reputation in the marketplace is the value we deliver. But the reasons you're here and the reasons we have grown faster than any company in our industry is because Ambit have created an extremely unique and powerful business model, which brings us to the second option.
What if we could eliminate your utility bill entirely? It's no gimmick. Simply share the value of being an Ambit customer with a handful of friends. Once qualified, you'll see a credit on your bill equal to the average usage of your referrals. This free energy credit continues month after month after month. If we have your attention with the kind of value offered thus far, you may also like to know Ambit is paying people like clockwork to spread the word. And we're not talking about nickels and dimes.
By joining as an Ambit consultant and gathering just 15 customers, you'll earn hundreds of dollars in bonuses and be qualified for a free energy program you just learned about. Not about place to start, but Ambit Energy is a franchise-like business allowing you to expand your distribution by sponsoring other consultants who also have the same opportunity. This gives you the leverage of a business that can grow beyond your own limitations of time and effort.
Just how powerful can leverage be? Let's say you get started with Ambit and expand your business by sponsoring 3 consultants who each gather just 3 customers. And every consultant in turn does exactly the same thing. Project that duplication through the 7 levels of Ambit's compensation, and you'd have a leverage of over 3,000 consultants, each gathering just 3 customers, for a total of nearly 10,000 customers. Multiply that by a residual commission that assumes minimal customer usage, and the result is a life-changing residual income paid out on the 15th of every month. And this is just one aspect of the compensation plan.
Ambit Energy opened their doors in 2006. By 2010, they hit #1 in Inc. 500. Today, with over 1 million customers generating in excess of $1 billion of annual revenue, the business model you see here has a track record of proven success on a very large scale. But I know, when you see a figure this big, it sounds far-fetched. Most people don't have a single dollar of residual income. But because of Ambit, in less than 5 years, I started cashing a monthly residual check exceeding what took my father 40 years to build with his insurance agency.
Every day, every week, every month that goes by, the massive shift of wealth taking place with energy deregulation goes on with or without any of us. Thank you for the past few minutes of your time. Not getting this information could be the greatest financial mistake of your life.
What if you could eliminate for your rest of your career all fear like that? Would that be useful? Then let me share this thought with you. If you have a sense of fear, I think I'd like to propose an alternate possibility. You simply misunderstand the profession you're in, and you're looking the wrong direction. Stop looking in the mirror. It's not about you, it's about them. Because here is the question I would pose. Those of you who have felt a sense of fear, how many of you love the possibility of being able to serve one of your fellow mankind? How many of you would love in your heart the fulfillment of being able to give something of greatness to them? Then here is how you eliminate fear. Immediately make the decision. It is no longer about getting, it is about giving. And as a mentor of mine when I first got started said, marry the perfect process, Curtis, and divorce the result. Your fear is result-based, focused on you. Instead, in your mind, say, if you believe in your product or service and you believe in this profession, I wish to give you an opportunity to evaluate information so that you may make a choice based on good information that is best for you. If that's truly what you're doing, what is there to fear? Even if you are speaking with a multi-billionaire like Sir Richard Branson, I wish only to give you an opportunity to evaluate information to make a choice that you believe is right for you. I care not if you say yes or no to my product as a customer. I care not if you say yes or no to my opportunity as a team member. I only care that your choice is you, the one you know is right in your heart. Why would you have any fear? You can eliminate it like that. Go out to serve with a servant heart. Go out to give and let them choose what is right for them. They're responsible for their choices. They're responsible for the result of your choices. Your obligation as a member of the profession is to give as many people in this world as possible the opportunity to choose.
Well, we've already talked about Ambit's impressive growth, but once you hear more details about how the business works, it all makes sense. And I guess that's the point. The business works. The system works. You can see why we're all so proud to represent Ambit Energy. And what's really nice, they feel the same way about us.